Peace and blessings all. So, are you a taker or a purpose pusher? Or are you walking through life in someone else's purpose? So, today we're going to peel back the mask on what true purpose is and to fully walk in it. So, when I return, I will have my phenomenal guests with me and they will give us a glimpse into their life as they walk through their true purpose. So I say to you, do you really know what your true purpose is in life? So, guys, we are back now, and I have some phenomenal individuals with me. And help me welcome Miss Jackie and Stevie Collins. I'm so happy you guys have taken time out to sit down and talk to me. These individuals are the model of excellent parents, and they raised a daughter by the name of Megan that is not here with us anymore. But you, I have to say, are excellent in my eyes. Yeah. So let me tell you guys, they have a foundation in her name, but it serves ages 6 to 18-year-old kids who face mental and physical challenges. And I want to start off, tell us about Megan and the drive she had despite her disability, because um, the little bit I saw and the little bit I knew, every time I thought about complaining, I had to shut it down. I really did. So tell us about her and the drive, because that's what I saw.
Okay. Megan was actually born at 24 weeks, and the doctors gave her 24 hours to live, and she died unexpectedly at 24 years old. So Megan she had a disease called retinopathy of prematurity because she was born so early, so her retina kept detaching, which caused her to be blind. Okay, so she's been a fighter since she was with us. And Megan was the type of child, she didn't like the word disability. So we didn't use the word disability in our home. We used challenged, because that way everybody could be put in the same category as having some type of issue that they can overcome. So Megan was an independent person. She wanted to do things on her own. And her motto was, I can do all things through Christ. I just do it differently. So that was her life. She did everything anyone else could do. She just did it differently. And the last thing that she said that she wanted to do, when she was, I'm not sure how old Megan was, but she said, Mom, I can't drive. So we don't do can't in our home.
Okay.
So her dad took her to a local elementary school, let her get behind the wheel. Now, we're talking about someone that cannot see anything. So her dad, showed her what it felt like to be able to drive. So she was just an awesome child. She received a proclamation from Mayor Turner. He declared April 8th as Megan Collins Day. She got a Lifetime Achievement Award from President Biden with a gold medal. She wrote her book, Vengeful Assassin, and we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So she was an awesome child. Yes.
Awesome. Tell us about the foundation you started.
Well, Megan was an individual. She was just an independent person. So when she passed away, her mother, of course, and I said we have to do something to continue her legacy. And so the foundation was started, shortly after she passed away. And the purpose of the foundation, to be quite frank, is to find another Megan, which I know would be, real difficult, because of the kind of person she was. As the mother stated, she is individual, that was independent, wanted to do things for herself. And so the foundation is, set up to assist kids to, whatever their dream is, parents, support your children. Parents or, guardians, whatever the case may be, support your children. Whatever it is, how crazy it may sound or whatever the case may be, just support them. And that's what the foundation is set up for.
So I know you guys work with kids, and I said 6 to 18 years of age.
Yes.
Do you also work with the parents to help them? I don't want to use the word to help them be independent, because some parents can be, I'm gonna say, helicopter parents,
Right.
where oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, and like you never use the word can't in your home.
Right.
So do you work with parents that are kind of like that?
Oh, absolutely. They're kind of fearful that the child may get injured or the child may, have, they may have reservations themselves. I never will forget when Megan was a child, we went to Baltimore, Maryland, and there they have it was a building built by a blind, and it's an advocacy group, and everybody there was blind. And so as a parent, what they did was they blindfolded us and took us into a kitchen and taught us how to cook, certain things, and Megan would always say, I would cook breakfast. And Megan would always, Daddy, can I do it? Daddy, can I do it? Of course, before that happened, I had my reservation. No, the stove is high. Don't want it to get burned. But lo and behold, after that experience, I'm like, come on in, Megan. Let me show you. Let me show you how to cook. Let me show you how to scramble an egg. Let me show you how to, cause I always cook breakfast. But yeah, sure enough, until you experience that, and I never would have thought, of course, neither one of us, that we would be in this situation, but we thank God for it. I mean, we learned so much, and she helped us to see the world differently.
That was my next question. What lessons can we take from Megan's story? Because I know for me, complaining was not a part of her vocabulary whatsoever from the little I knew of her. So when I go to complaining, I think about her.
Well, I would just say too, it doesn't matter the age. If you have a goal or a dream, if it's your purpose and you've prayed about it, God has shown you this is your purpose, do whatever you need to do to obtain that goal, because Megan was totally blind. And in her short life, she did more than a person that lived a lifetime. So we're so proud of her. And just if you don't have anyone to encourage you, encourage yourself. Learn to encourage yourself. Say, I'm beautiful, because we taught Megan that at an early age. You're beautiful. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So you don't have an excuse why you can't do something. So, and that's what we taught Megan from the day she was born, that you can survive. You can be whoever you want to be. And she wanted to be an author. I didn't want her to be an author because that's not what I wanted. I wanted her to be a psychologist, but she wanted to be a writer. And every time I would try to persuade her to do something different, she went back to being an author.
That was her.
And not only was she an author, but she was an artist. She painted, so she was very talented. She played the piano by hearing, and she read Braille, and she was just an awesome, awesome child. She was 6 hours from getting her English degree. So the last words that Megan told her dad and I, and we didn't know she was transitioning, she looked up at us and she said, Mommy, Daddy, you guys were the greatest parents ever. And those were her last words.
And you are.
Yes.
You are and you were. Tell us about the book, because if I'm correct, and correct me if I'm wrong, she was in the process of writing her second book.
She was.
She was in the process.
She's in the process.
She was
about the book?
Yeah,
writing that second book.
yeah. Well, as her mother said, Megan, she loved to read.
Mm-hmm.
And so we wanted her to, write children's books.
Y'all
And-
had y'all own. See?
Yeah. And Megan was like,
you had your own vision
We
of
did.
what.
yes, write children's books, never thinking like, well, she didn't think she was any different other than that she couldn't see. So she didn't really know how much of a miracle she was, and so she just didn't want to write a children's book. She did not. No, I don't want to. I want to write my own book. And so what she did was she wrote a novel. And that's what that book is,
And I didn't even know she was actually really and truly writing a novel until one day she came downstairs and she was like, "Mommy, I'm done with my book." And I was like, "What book?"
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. And so we hired a publicist, and she told us exactly how she wanted the cover, and people would ask me, "Did you help make?" No, I did not help make it. Matter of fact, the first version she wrote, she had a lot of words in it that we had
a lot of blue color words. I mean, some words that I'm like, where did you learn that language, Megan?
You mean some bad language?
Yes, indeed. That's like, Megan, ministers and they're like, I'm like, Megan, nobody's gonna read this book.
And then she said, "Mommy, they use that language. You do know that, right?" So we compromised, and she took some out, but not all of them.
You guys had somebody. Yeah.
She was awesome.
Yep.
She dated. She had a boyfriend. Yeah, I can't say that too loud because her PR person, Sherrika Hunt Ross, don't like me to say that. But yeah, she had a boyfriend, and she said, "Mommy, I don't want to date anyone that's visually impaired or blind because I don't want to have them have to have somebody take us somewhere." So she wanted someone that was sighted.
But see, I like that because when the Ray Charles movie came out, one thing I admired about his mother, you are not going to be disabled.
Right.
You're going to learn how to do everything you need to learn because this is what's happening to you.
Right.
And you guys were the same way with her. You taught her how to be able to live, walk in her purpose on a daily basis and not look at the fact, I can't see.
Well, I mean, I wasn't always like that because when I first we found out that Megan wasn't going to be able to see, I told my husband, I can't do this. This is not for me. So I ended up going to a Dillard store, and I know it's just by the grace of God. I saw this lady. She had a son that was in a wheelchair, and he was totally blind, couldn't see, had a diaper on, didn't even know he existed. And I asked her, I said, "What happened to your son?" And she said, "He was born prematurely at 7 months. I had Megan at 4 months and 3 weeks. She weighed 11 and a half ounces. And she had no bleeding on the brain. She was just blind." And then I said, "What am I complaining about? This lady have all these other issues, and my baby just can't see. So what do we need to do in order for her to have a successful life?" So we got together, got our resources that we needed, and then Megan became this beautiful young woman that we were so proud of.
She was. I had a pleasure of meeting her at one time.
Yeah.
Tell us how we can get in touch with you in regards to the foundation, if you need volunteers, all of the above.
Well, we have a board, and you can follow us, follow me, and we've set up a website, megancollins.com. That's where you can read about her. Then we have, Facebook, an author with a vision. We have you know, you can look up myself, CB Collins, on Facebook and Instagram. And so we're always posting information about what we have coming up. We have an event coming up. It's the Megan Collins Gala, the first one of its kind, of course. And we're selling tickets for that now, and you can buy it. We have an Evite set up. You can go just Megan Collins, and the Evite will come up, and you can purchase your tickets.
And when is the gala?
The gala is December the 16th.
Okay.
Yeah, December the 16th. So it's going to be Christmas based. Okay. It's going to be very nice, and we encouraging everybody to come out and support. The money is being put to a good cause.
Right. Yeah. Our mission is to equip, encourage, educate our students, and so your donations that are given go strictly to that. I mean, Megan passed away on May 1st, and we've had backpack drive, we had a writers workshop, we've had we've had so many events since we just want to make sure her legacy lives on. Yeah.
And you will make sure it lives on.
Absolutely.
I want to thank both of you for sitting down with me today.
It
means so much to me.
Thank you.
And guys, when we return, we will be back with Ms. Verna Caddie. So get ready if you're not ready.
$100 on chicken nuggets.
$100 on chicken nuggets. Really?
How'd you get in my house?
I'm with Wisdom Tax.
Wisdom Tax, so you can help me with all of this.
Most definitely. Looks like you need help in bookkeeping.
So what about maximizing my refund?
We can only maximize your refund if you get organized. Here at Wisdom Tax and Financial, we teach you how to be free. 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 Free.
Free? Awesome. So I can be free of these receipts.
Most definitely. Please give us a call.
Thank you. Can you free yourself out of my house, please?
Only if you promise to give us a call.
I'll give you a call. So I can be free.
Wisdom Tax. Learn to be free.
All right, guys, we are back, and I have none other than Dr. Verna Caddie. She is the founder of Casting Your Cares, Divine Creations. You created that in 2006. Project Divine Prom Project, life coach, motivational speaker, evangelist, author, all of the above. Her motto is stay classy. So please help me welcome none other than Dr. Verna Caddie. Thank you for coming sit down with me finally.
Thank you for having me.
I got a lot of finalists today.
Thank you for having me.
What can you tell me when and what age did you realize what your purpose in life was? Because when I looked at your bio, it's like it stayed on one course throughout the years. When and what age did you realize what your purpose in life was?
When I was born.
Okay.
When you're born, you just know. Like, I even had cousins tell me there was something different.
Mm-hmm.
So I always knew and then a grandmother. I'm from Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
So she always knew that it was something different. Didn't know what it was, but I knew I had a purpose when
Okay.
I was a little girl.
Okay. What is one life lesson you give young ladies to use for the rest of their lives? Because you work a lot with young ladies.
Mm-hmm. I work a lot with young ladies because I want young girls to understand that you're more than your hips and your butt and you are more than that. You have a brain and you have the ability to do more in life and to be exactly what God has called you to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because every one of us, we're born with a purpose. So we have to figure out our purpose.
Okay. And so you figured out yours at a young age. I think, I don't know when I figured out mine, Lord. I've been doing this 12 years. I ran from this for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me like 8 years to figure out this was what you're supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. What gives you the strength to continue to walk in your purpose as you deal on a daily basis with people trying to stop you from reaching your purpose?
I'm a God-fearing woman first and foremost, because I have a love for God and it's a God-given purpose. You have to hold on to God because when you are an entrepreneur, when you're doing things for Christ, you have to know that it's not easy. You have to know that the enemy will come at you in any way that he can. But you have to remember your why. And my why is because I'm leaving a legacy for my daughter who's in college right now to be a doctor. My sons who one of them is in college and the other one, that's my cowboy. So each one of them have a purpose, but I'm leaving a legacy for them. Mm-hmm. And so with my grandkids, whenever I have one, I don't have none now, but when I do have them, they'll say, hey, my grandmother did this, you know, and I'm leaving a legacy for them. So I cannot let the naysayers stop me from what I have to do. I have to know that this is what God called me to do. And as long as you're walking in your purpose with God and you have a relationship with him, no weapon that is formed against you will never prosper. The weapons will be formed, but they won't prosper.
Tell us about the academy, and then tell us about the academy first, and I'll do your part too.
Okay. Well, Leaders Esteem Bible University was founded in the midst of the pandemic when I received my honorary doctorate degree and soon later received my doctor of philosophy in Christian education. Mm-hmm. But because I couldn't attend my graduation,
because of COVID,
mm-hmm. I was like, okay. After I received my honors, I was so happy, couldn't attend the graduation and things of that nature. But, you know, God spoke to me and said, now you have to help others. And I was like, help others do what? I work with girls. I don't work with adults. And he said, help other adults to achieve the success that you received. Mm-hmm. Because there's so many pastors, so many people in the community that does around the world that does a lot of things and never get the accolades, they just do it. Mm-hmm. And you have to remember that when you keep on, you can get burnt out.
Yeah.
And so the reason why I started it is to give honor to the people that are out in the trenches doing the work. They don't look for accolades. They're just doing it. Mm-hmm. But I believe they need to be celebrated. Yeah. So when you receive an honorary doctorate degree.
So that's my next thing.
Oh, okay.
That's my part too. So what inspired you to do a Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award as well as the honorary doctoral ceremony, the degree, all of the above?
Okay. Well, they're both prestigious. They both go hand in hand. So the honorary doctoral degree is for the works that you put in the community, right? Mm-hmm. It's the honor of you receiving your doctoral because of all the years of your works. Like with you, like if someone would nominate you, they would nominate you because of your works that you've done. And I would call it acting because that's what it is, theater and all that. Mm-hmm. So you would receive an honorary doctoral degree if someone nominates you in arts, mm-hmm. because that's basically what you've been doing all your life, right? So a PhD is totally different. Is what you get when you have basically studied that particular course. Like mm-hmm. you've done your dissertations, you've done all those things, and that's what you get as far as the honorary and the PhD is two totally different mm-hmm. things. Okay, I have both. Okay. is because of all the years that I've been working with the youth, with the little girls,
Mhm.
giving them free prom gowns, teaching them etiquette and all that other stuff. That's the honorary.
Mhm.
But then the Christian education, the doctoral philosophy, that's what I've studied.
Mhm.
So that's what I've been doing forever. Okay. So it's
Okay.
two totally different things.
Okay. Tell everyone what's in store for the second annual Presidential Lifetime Achievement Ceremony on December 4th.
Well, let me say this. There's so many people nowadays.
And also, I'm going to add on to that so we just go all.
Okay.
And also, the all-white party on December 3rd.
Yes. So last year, after our event in December, it was so packed and it was so beautiful and people were just so excited, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? I want to do bigger because that's what, God always speaks to me and say, okay, bigger. And I'm like, what? Bigger? Bigger than this? It's like bigger. So the very next day, my boss man and I, we decided to collaborate. Mm-hmm. And we decided that we didn't want just the one day, because see, at the event, we had all these people so happy, but they didn't get a chance to network because, we had to keep it moving. Mm-hmm. But this year, we're going to have a networking, and then they're going to have the all-white affair. Mm-hmm. Then the next day, they're going to have the graduation, the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, and a fireworks show. So we're going to really have that time to connect with each other, love on each other, and just embrace each other. Last year, it was boom, 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 boom. Yeah. But this year, we have a whole weekend. Yeah. And next year, we're going to have 3-day weekend. So the Prestige Affair will become basically like the essence for Houston. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. Just to honor people and to have fun.
Okay. So, you want to tell us a little bit more about that? I know you do it to honor people. What are the qualifications for the Lifetime Achievement Award? Give us a little bit of that.
Well, for the Lifetime Achievement Award, you have to have done volunteer community service work over like 4,000 hours. Mm-hmm. So the majority of the people that comes through me, and I guess I started a trend with everybody see it now, the bunch of presidential awards popping up. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing that I encourage people to be like me, not to be like me. But I'm glad that they did it. But I'm just glad that, we did it first. I just want to tell you. But anyway.
You know what?
I'm glad I can encourage the people.
You're doing a lot right now.
I'm glad we can encourage people to, but anyway.
I'm going to take your mic and cut your mic. You're on a live right now.
But it's a good thing, but I wanted to make mine stand out by having the graduation, like I said, and the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award together. Because in my opinion, this is like the most prestigious thing you can receive from the president and from the vice president, as well as the doctoral degrees. That's like the highest, right? So both of them. So why not do it together? And we just honor everyone at the same time. So you have the doctors, and most of the doctors everyone that comes through my program, you have to be nominated. Mm-hmm. So, like yourself, you were nominated. In fact, you were like one of my first nominees that came in. I was like, what?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you was the first that came out that was nominated.
I'm looking forward to it.
As you should. It's going to be excellent.
I'm looking forward to it. What would you say to someone that's searching for their purpose? Because like I said, I ran from this for 8 years until I decided, okay, this is what I'm going to do.
Well, I'm going to say this, you can run all you want, but when God have you to do something, he going to bring you right back to that of which he called you to do, because we're all here for a reason and a purpose. And I'd rather live my life through God's purpose and what he's telling me to do than my man purpose. So when God tell you to do something, don't figure out the when, why, how, just do it. I had a vision when I received my honorary doctoral degree and my PhD. And my first university's graduation was only 50 people. Mm-hmm. This year, I'm expecting 500 people. And next year, it's probably going to be 1,000. So when you're walking in God's purpose, don't worry. I was never worried about the event. I was never worried. And we have our venue, without me saying it, it's the most beautiful event in the Texas. For real.
Oh, well, I've seen it.
Most beautiful.
I've seen it.
It is the baddest venue in the state of Texas. It is. So for God to even allow people to see the best in me, because it's a God purpose. So when you're walking in by faith and not by sight and not by the naysayers and what's going on, because best believe I've been thrown some stuff too, but I remain stay classy at all times. You got to keep it moving because God told me to do it. So, I'm going to just keep it 100. I have a wonderful team. I have let me give her a shout out, Dr. Candace Matthews, who is, pay homage to her, everything that she does, but she's on my board. And we're just fierce women. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it right. And we're going to do it in excellence. And the people don't even understand when you come to this event, I have more surprises. Y'all gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's never been done before.
What am I going to, I'm fixing to get her off my stage because she is over here cutting up. I want to say,
I can't read it.
Her mic is off and I'm going to cut her off. I want to say to you, thank you so much for sitting down with me. I'm looking forward to December 3rd. I'm looking forward to December 4th as well for both of those events. It was something, it's something that I'm a hold dear in my heart. Yes, and it shows me that my work that I've done is not in vain. And all the money I've spent is not in vain. But and all of the above before I go. So thank you so very much for that. When we come back, guys, I will be in my home studio. And I will be sitting down talking to Mr. Peter Allen, which is partnering with her as well for this phenomenal event in December. So we'll be right back.
The Adolph Group at Caddie House Properties. We provide residential, commercial leasing apartment locating. We provide consulting on home buying, home selling, and credit restoration. We help with private investments through All Faith Investment Corporation. Contact us now, the Adolph Group at Caddie House Properties. We make real estate your reality.
Welcome to River and Word. Our founder is Pam Jones, and she has so much to offer to independents. River and Word magazine helps promote, support, and connect you to radio, TV, and marketers to help you be successful in the arts. River and Word recently launched the River Word Gospel Radio Station. It's a place to gain more exposure for your music or talk shows. River Health offers all natural products that may help you lose weight, gain energy, reverse the signs of aging, improve eyesight, grow your hair, and almost 40 plus benefits. For more information, visit riverhealthnewulife.com. Pam Jones also has 4 River Consulting for independents, where she will guide, advise, and connect you to the resources to develop your brand. Pam Jones founded the River Awards to recognize and award the independent artists in music, dance, writing, and painting. She felt a call from God to give honor to his people. For more information, visit us at riverandword.com.
So guys, we are back now and I am in my home studio and I have with me, I want you guys to help me welcome Mr. Peter Allen, the founder of 953 Jams. He's been in the business for 20 plus years. Thank you for sitting down with me today.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. Anytime you call me, I'm always happy to come through.
We
go back like 4 flat tires.
Yeah, exactly. We go back a long way. So I was in the studio and I had the pleasure of speaking to Miss Verna Caddie. She was with me today as well. And we talked about the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, but we also talked a lot about purpose. So what inspired you to get into the music business?
Well, it's a funny story, and I love talking about this story. And I always say the day that I meet him, me and him are going to have a conversation about that. So I'm close to meeting him, but I haven't gotten there yet. Back in high school, growing up, when the Martin show was on, on WZUP, I just always, the moment I saw him, I said, you know what? That's what I want to be in life. And, that didn't change ever since I saw that episode or, that series. That's all I've ever wanted to be in life.
Oh, wow. How do you keep pushing when things get rough?
You got to keep God first. It's what I say because, when times get rough, the way I like to say it is if you're driving a vehicle and you're finding it difficult, sometimes you got to let another driver come in and, an experienced driver to come in and navigate the wheel better. So there's no better person than I trust than God.
Okay. And a lot of the guests today, Ms. Verna, Sherrika Hunt, they did speak on that. You got to keep God first.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
No matter what comes your way, when you're trying to walk through the purpose you was given, what would you say to the young Peter with everything you know now?
It is funny because somebody said that if you could tell your old self something, what advice would that be? And it's funny because I immediately said, old fools used to be young fools. Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to keep in mind that everything that we do, we have to do with a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Stay the course. Don't be impatient.
Okay. So let's get down to this big event coming up December 3rd. You're working alongside with Miss Verna. She's having the largest presidential lifetime achievement award and honorary doctoral ceremony December 4th.
Right.
Which that event is sold out. We didn't get to say that while we were in the studio, but that event is totally sold out. But before December 4th is December 3rd, and you guys are doing an all-white party, all-white affair. Tell us about that.
So last year, in 21, I won the presidential award given by Dr. Verna Caddie. So then after that, we just became close and just, started brainstorming on how we can, join forces and make Houston a must come to the city type of event. Mm-hmm. So when we spoke, we was like, okay, what can we do? So I said, well, you know what? I just went out on a limb. I was like, okay, well, we know we want to work together in some capacity. Why not do an all-white party affair? But I did it this year as a showcase because I'm very big on giving back to young talent. So when we created the all-white party affair, I was like, okay, well, we got some legends that are coming through the building. Shout out to the legendary Paul Anthony of Full Force, Garfield the Shy, Lil Flip, Farrah Franklin, Jay Baptiste, and, the list just goes on and on. Mm-hmm. So I was like, those are some of my friends that are in the industry. I said, well, you know what? Let me, get my friends that are in the industry. Let me get them down. Give them some roses while they're, because I'm very big on giving roses. So, when we came up with the concept, we was like, this is perfect. So, we got our teams involved. We're going to make this this is the first annual, of course, 23 would be year 2. But we just decided to do something, for the city as a culture. So I was like, you know what, Houston does white parties, but they don't do white parties on the caliber that me and Dr. Verna Caddie can do. So why not join forces and do that and bring the indie artists in and let them meet those type of legends? Because chances are, a lot of people won't ever get a chance to be in the same room as those legends. No. So shout out to Uncle Marshall Thompson of the Shy Lights, founder of the Shy Lights. I call him Uncle Marshall. He calls me nephew. So it's a respect thing that we have for each other. So, year 3, year 2 rather, we're going to, what we said we're going to do is we're going to bring New Orleans to Houston and have an Essence type of weekend, which will be Friday to Sunday. Sunday ending with the presidential, ceremony.
That's exactly what she told me. So if people want to come out to this event, again, the Presidential Lifetime Achievement ceremony is sold out, and you could only really come to that event unless you knew someone that was an honoree. So that's out. So if anybody is invited to the December 3rd event, correct?
Well, yeah, if you want to come out, you got to go to Eventbrite and type in the Prestige All White Party Affair, and you can get tickets there. Tickets are going for $30. You can get it on Eventbrite. Performances are sold out. Pretty much the event is pretty much sold out. So, you probably won't even get to come to that if you ain't purchased your tickets now. Don't come calling me on Saturday or calling Dr. Verna Caddie saying, "Hey, can I come in?" We're on the verge of selling out, so it's going to be a sold out weekend. So shout out to Dr. Verna Caddie, my boss lady.
Most definitely, most definitely. So wow, I didn't know that event was almost sold out as well.
Yeah, that event is close to being sold out. It's on the verge. We're getting a lot of feedback that Houston is talking a lot about it. So that anytime Houston starts talking about something, you can pretty much guarantee it's sold out.
Yeah, most definitely. So last thing, what would you say to someone that's struggling to find their purpose in life?
Number one, pray. Ask God for guidance. Ask God for your purpose. Ask God, what is my purpose in life? That's the number one question that you need to ask God, and let God show you the vision. Once God shows you the vision of your purpose, then you must be obedient and follow his direction.
Most definitely. Well, I want to say thank you to you for coming and sitting with me in my home studio and talking about the all white event, definitely talking about purpose and your journey and how you've been consistently walking in your purpose as well. So I want to thank you for that. So guys, well, first of all, tell us how we can get hold of you, tune into 953 Jams, all of the above. And then give us the information one more time about the white party.
No, definitely. Shout out to all the panel that were there today. Sherrika Hunt, Dr. Verna Caddie, and the other two, people that were there. I haven't met them, but I look forward to meeting them. Sorry I couldn't be there in the studio. Had prior engagements, but also I want to send a shout out to you, because you're receiving the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award this year. So salute to you, because me and you started out together. So it's a blessing to see you get your roses that you so rightfully deserve.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. So I look forward to taking pictures with you, that day and giving you your roses, because you deserve roses as well. So you can find me, and I'm also Houston's first syndicated quiet storm, which has never been done in the city of Houston. So I'm syndicated in 10 markets, getting ready to get picked up by another station out there in Vegas. So that will make 2 stations in Vegas. So
congratulations.
I'm super excited for that. So I'll be in 10 stations aside from 95.3 Jams. But you can catch the show, Love After Dark Radio Show. You can find that on Instagram at Love After Dark Radio Show, Tuesday through Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 11 to 2 a.m. on the East Coast, and 8 to 11 p.m. on West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me at Real DJ Pied Piper, PIED, PIPER, or just Peter Allen on Facebook. Or make sure you follow at 95.3 Jams, Houston's first digital radio station. So we look forward to that. And then the Eventbrite, you can just go, eventbrite.com, type in Prestige All White Party Affair. You can find tickets on there. Tickets are being sold for $30. So make sure you get your ticket before it's sold out.
So it's so once it's sold out, or say for instance, it's not completely sold out by December 3rd. Can someone buy tickets at the door or no?
Yeah, you can buy. Yeah, you can come to the door, pay your $30. You'll be able to get in. $30 admission. It's still same price. You can get your, you know, you can get your tickets there. You know, so yeah, it's going to be at Ebony Food and Music. So I want to send a shout out to Oliver, the owner of Ebony Food and Music. That's 11681 Westheimer Road. So make sure you go to Ebony Food and Music, not just for us, but you know, just any day of the week. Makes, you know, on the weekend they have wonderful food. So again, shout out to Oliver, the owner of Ebony Food and Music, which, you know, is the sponsor of the All White Party Affair.
And they have real good lamb there. I've had the lamb there.
Oh, the wings are awesome. I don't know about the lamb.
No, not the wings. The
I don't eat
lamb.
lamb. I don't eat lamb. I don't know about the lamb. Let's move that one.
I know about the lamb. So
Okay, well, you know about the lamb. I know about the wings. And I'm telling you, the wings are awesome.
Oh my goodness. So I want to get again, thank you for sitting down with me today. And guys, when we return, we'll be back in the studio and I'll have my final guest, the phenomenal Miss Sherrika Hunt Ross.
Oh yeah,
so
I love
we'll
her
be
to
right
death.
back.
Oh yeah, I love her to death. Shout out to Sherrika. Good lady.
Yeah.
Wisdom tax. Maybe I should give him a call. Oh, how did you get in my house again?
Now, you know I told you I'm with Wisdom Tax.
Well, I'm glad you showed up because I think I'm ready to get started.
Great. Look, I just need you to do one simple step. Visit our website online, www.wisdomtax.org. All right, fill out the application and we'll get back to you, maybe even in the next 10 minutes.
Awesome. I'm about to be free. Look, this is amazing. You know, so what? Hello?
Call us at Wisdom Tax, where you learn to be free.
Okay, guys, we are back now in the studio, and I have the one other, my friend, Sherrika Hunt Ross, founder of Diamond in the Rough PR company since 2009, a community leader, speaker, public figure, activist, author, founder of the Authors Lounge, etc. So just like Miss Caddie, she has a whole list of things she got going on. Thank you for finally. Today is like finally.
Look, I made it.
Getting people to come sit down and talk to me.
I made it.
So thank you for coming today, because I know you had a full schedule.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question. I know Miss Caddie said she realized her purpose at birth.
Yeah, no.
So when did you?
That's not my story.
So when did you realize you had found your purpose in life?
This purpose right now, this time in my life, this season, I probably found it after my brother passed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't doing any of this. I mean, I was just regular.
What's regular? Because you don't seem regular. What's regular?
You know, I always help people.
Mm-hmm.
I've always written. You know, I was doing poetry, and I've always had it. I think I had something. But this is on a whole different level. Like this is some God stuff that I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
This walk and pain takes you to purpose. People talk about it all the time, and I think had I not had a lot of tragedy, loss, a lot of life happening, then I probably, but sometimes God has to remove things, or you have to go through things to actually find your purpose. So probably about 2017 is when
you found your purpose.
Yeah.
What are a few tools you think we can use to try to tap into our purpose?
God is one. Like that's like the one. To find out, to line up with him and actually take time with him and find out like, what am I here for? What do you want me to do? I talk to God like that.
Mhm.
Like we have that conversation. I'm like, what do you want me to do? What am I supposed to do? Because we don't know. A lot
No.
of people, we trying to figure it out, or we just trying to go with the flow or be like somebody else.
Mhm.
Like that's not who I am. Like I'm always 100. I'm always, and I know I'm here to serve.
Yeah.
Like my mom used to tell me when I was little that I had the gift of healing.
Mhm.
She was real biblical and spiritual, and she was like, you have the gift of healing. So healing to me is making you smile,
Yeah.
telling you my testimony, and giving you're not alone.
Mhm.
I've been through divorce, or I've been a single mother. I've been through tragedies.
Yeah.
So that's healing somebody else. Like it's a purpose. You didn't
Mhm.
go through those things to just keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
It's for somebody else. And so I think that's what I would tell them. Like, really get with God, really see what He has for you, what
Mhm.
door He wants you to go in.
Exactly. What's the few things we should not do? Walk in somebody else's purpose.
There you go. Be you. You
Yeah.
shouldn't be like somebody else.
Yeah.
There's only one you. We both, are in media,
Yeah.
but this is going to be your vision,
Mhm.
so I can't be you. So you need to be yourself. So that's what you shouldn't do, is try to be like somebody else. You shouldn't follow the crowd.
Mhm.
You shouldn't worry about money, finances, because God's going to provide that if you're
Mhm.
doing His will and walking in His purpose.
And that's
All of
very
those
true.
things, that's why I'm saying God is first. Because if
Mhm.
you just go with Him, all the rest is going to come.
Yeah.
The finances, the health, all of those things line up with Him.
Mhm.
So that's what you should do. You should do that and not try to be like everybody else. Don't follow the crowd.
No. No, and I don't. And I think sometimes I think because I don't, that's why a lot of people, I get side-eyed and
Right.
stuff like that. And
Yeah.
and it's just like,
Yeah.
I don't
And say
do
no.
what everybody. Yeah, I've learned to say
Say
no in the
no a
past
lot.
year. I've learned how to do that in the
Yeah, it's
past year.
important to say no, and you don't take everything. You don't be everywhere. You just
Mm-mm.
be on the scene doing all. Don't just do you.
When do I
Create-
ever?
Exactly.
I'm hardly
Exactly.
ever out on.
You have to
everywhere.
create your own lane.
I pick and choose.
Yeah,
where
create
I
your
go
own
to.
lane, create your own narrative, and then let God do the rest.
What gives you the strength to continue to walk in your purpose as you deal on, like I asked Ms. Verna, on a daily basis? Don't give me Ms. Verna's answer. As you deal on a daily basis with people that's trying to stop you from reaching your purpose.
I mean, things come my way. I'm human. So things happen in your life, and, the devil's busy.
Mhm.
People are busy. You have people that's jealous. You have people that, just don't want you to win.
Yeah.
But I stay on the course. It's
Mhm.
not about them. And I'm trying to keep legacy alive. Megan's legacy, my parents' legacy, my legacy for my children and their children and their children. It's important to me. Like, family is important to me, but family can't just be blood.
Yeah. It could be anybody.
It could be anybody.
Yeah.
So I always say family over everything, but people think it's just family, my blood family. It's broad because it's whatever God put into you, that's family.
Yeah.
That's supporting, that's loving, that's there, good and bad, unconditional. That's family.
Okay. For people trying to get into in the media world,
run.
What for real? What is a few things that need to they need to know starting off? They need to listen. For one.
Don't just, first of all, research.
That's my favorite word.
Research. Adam's favorite word is infrastructure. That's the new word. It has to make sense.
Yeah.
It looks good that we can get up here, smile, and be cute, blah blah blah. But it's so much behind the scenes that they don't see. Time management, just research. Finding out about people. It's a lot of things that goes into. You don't just get up here and just freestyle.
No, I don't.
Preparation. My whole thing, I'm all about the look. Having quality look, quality people behind the camera, like you have. Production is important to me. People don't think about all of that.
No, because half of the time, a lot of people I meet, my whole outlook from all these 12 years was to be nationally syndicated.
Right.
Not
Right.
I say
Major-
I like Wendy
major-
Williams, Ellen, all of the
I'm Oprah,
Yeah,
Sunday, Super Soul Sunday. That's all me right there.
that platform.
That's the goal.
But most people don't look at it that way.
Mm-mm.
They're just trying to get something out now
They want
to
something
be seen.
quick. Yeah.
And that's not.
No.
That was
and
never my
sometimes
vision.
you have to just stop and regroup and say, hey, okay, well, I don't just put out anything. I don't want to put out no mess. My thing is motivating, inspiring. If you're not doing none of that, you're not coming on the show.
Exactly.
Like if you're not being positive and putting out good energy, like you pick your guests.
Yeah, I do. Because I have people that
just because they famous or they have this many followers, they don't need to be your guests.
No. I have people that meet me. I want to be on your show. What do you do? That is my next. Honestly, that's my next question to them. And I'm asking. That might sound rude. What do you do?
Like, what are you doing other than posting pictures?
Yeah. So
CB always said Facebook is what it says. It's Facebook.
Exactly.
That's not your platform. That's not just it. You should be more than Facebook. You should be going out to the community. You should be doing outreach. You should be doing so much more. You know, it's just your life is not just Facebook.
No, it is not.
It shouldn't be. It
shouldn't be. But today, research that is one of my favorite words. Research.
Yeah. Educate yourself.
Research everything, not just
from the front to the back.
From the front to the back.
Right. The lighting, what light to have and what looks good, what colors. Don't wear a bunch of, it's a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Don't, wear solid colors because it looks good on camera. Yeah. Don't wear, if you're a little thick, you got a little fupa like me, you cross your legs and you do this, so you won't see that. I'm just saying, it's real. It's just who I am, If I have a good side, you get this side with the hair that lay this way, it's all.
My guess y'all do a lot.
It's a good look.
What would you say to the young Sherrika?
So the young Sherrika,
with everything you know now, what would you say to the young Sherrika?
I'm proud of the young Sherrika. She was a survivor. Like I got married at 19. I had a baby. I was in Germany, a whole nother country at like 19. I'm a survivor. Yeah, she did good. That's what I would tell her. Good look. Good look or not. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for young Sherrika. I wouldn't know the things I wouldn't have went. If I hadn't went through those things, I couldn't be who I am. And so, yeah, I'm proud of young Sherrika. She was cool people.
So how can we get in touch with you? Arthur's Lounge, whatever you have coming up.
I have a website, Sherrika Hunt. I need to change it because I'm married now, so it should be Sherrika Hunt Ross. That's the first thing to marketing. Facebook, Instagram. I have 2 Facebook pages, Sherrika Hunt Ross. I have 2 Instagrams. I have 4 Instagrams. I have Sherrika Hunt Ross. I have a Diamond in the Rough. I have the Arthur's Lounge show, and I have Ralph Alzheimer's. So I am like branding crazy all over the place. You'd probably get sick of me, that's part of branding. You get sick of somebody.
Well, the way Facebook is now, we barely see anything.
Yeah. And so my book is on Amazon, Smiling Through Your Tears. It's on Barnes and Nobles. It's on Nook, Kindle, all of that. I'm everywhere. You just type in Google Sherrika. Google me.
I want.
Google me.
I want to say to you, thank you so much.
Thank you
for being here with me today.
Thank you for being who you are and allowing.
Cut up.
I didn't. I'm team you. I'm glad you had me here. I'm serious. I appreciate you. I don't take nothing for granted.
No, I don't.
I don't take it lightly. I appreciate every platform that I go on because I know that that's an assignment. So something I said, whether, that somebody who's watching that's going to be blessed, inspired, motivated. That's my goal. Always. Smiling. Always.
Most definitely. Most definitely. So thank you again for being here. So guys, when I return, we're going to close out this show and we'll be right back.
I'm here today to talk to you about home purchasing. You know, so a lot of times people want to know, where do we start? When do we start? How much do we need to save? What does our credit score need to be like? Can I really move in now? And the answer is yes. The thing is that you want to get pre-approved first before you even go house shopping, because what you wouldn't want to happen is that you find the perfect home, but the bank won't qualify you for your mortgage. So always get pre-approved first. So find a good lender, which we are having a lot of resources for you on that. Second, you want to make sure that anything that's on your credit, if it's something that you can work with, let's work with it, because everything on your credit, you know, it depends on what it is for each mortgage company. And third, once you get that pre-approval, now it's time to go house shopping. Now, Willie, what about the money, the down payment and things like that? Well, they have a lot of programs that's out there. So based on your credit will depend on the down payment assistance that you can receive. But we do have a lot of resources and a lot of things that can help you. And everyone with the Adolph Group will hold you by your hand and walk you through the whole process. So you can contact us at www.theadolphgroup.com or 281-451-7087. And remember, when you have will, you have a way.
Give us a glimpse of their life as they walk through their purpose. If you need any information on any of these guests, please contact the Our Life TV Show at ourlifetvshow@gmail.com. You always like, follow, share the Our Life TV Show. You can catch me every night on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. on the OnPoint Network, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, Xbox, AT&T Now. Until next time, always empower, always encourage, pull up to the table without fear, but with confidence, and continue to remove your mask.